on the hood and spread 'em for episode 5 of season 3 of the GCPD.
The Gotham City Podcast Department. To inform, to entertain,
To bust and dust.
I don't know what my tagline is now.
I know.
Well,
It's such a weird.
We'll have to find something out.
We'll get you there.
Yep. Well, so
Generic tech is trash.
no, I actually heard some good things about the generic deck. So
In our last podcast?
no, not
Oh.
very many.
Oh.
We had 7 good things in our last podcast to say about the.
That's like a lot of good things.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That doesn't meet Colin's minimum threshold of 8 good things for a thing to not be trash.
Yep. Well, welcome to another episode of the GCPD.
I know, we're just like cranking them out again.
We're back.
It's like the good old days.
We
Yep.
rose from the Lazarus pit.
Back on the beat.
I got my shirt off. I'm walking at you. Give me that scroll. Here we go.
I'm having nip slips left and right.
It's not nip slip. My shirt's just off.
I know, but I'm having nip slips.
Okay.
I mean, isn't it technically a nip slip if your shirt's off?
No, it's not if it's intentional.
I guess Ubu
Well-
really has his shirt off too. Kind of. He's got like a vest with no.
He could have a nip slip if that vest just like shifts just slightly,
little bit, yeah.
slightly to the left or to the right.
It's the instead of the chair club for men, it's the buff bros.
Buff
No
Bros.
shirt club.
No shirt club.
All right. Well, this week we are going to be talking about League of Assassins. Finally, we've actually wanted to do this a couple weeks ago, and we just kind of like forgot.
we wanted so bad that we forgot.
Yep. So this week we're starting with League
Well,
of Assassins.
do
Should we
we-
start with?
Do we want to do like some news and announcements?
Maybe
Or
we could. Or we just do those at the end. I don't know.
okay, sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, are there news announcements other than our awesome YouTube channel, which they're currently watching at anyway?
And more Muse, Donkashane.
Yeah.
More MuseCon shout outs.
Oh, yeah. Let's do MuseCon. Damn it.
This is going to go at the end. I don't care.
No, let's do MuseCon. All right. Hey, guys. On June 12th through the 14th, MuseCon will be happening, and it'll be super awesome.
And we're pumped up. Pumped up.
Wow, that was awesome. Oh my god, I just totally thought he was Johnny Bravo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking, what's the Armstrong from the Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh, Louis Armstrong.
No,
Is that-
no,
is that
no,
what his name
no,
is?
no,
Yeah.
no. Armstrong? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He even has
yeah.
the curled mustache.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have to shave my head except for one
One
little curl.
little curl.
Yep.
Be perfection. And also bleach your skin because you're way too tan.
And also,
He was like
You're in-
bleached white.
I mean, you're in great shape, but you need bigger shoulders if you're going
You
to be.
do need bigger
thanks.
shoulders.
Better just pump some venom doses, get the roids.
I mean, get on that bang train.
Bang does not. Bang does not help you.
It does if you put steroids in it.
That might kill you, but yeah,
What doesn't kill you
makes
you ripped.
Makes you weaker. I hate that phrase.
Uh-huh.
It's like if someone shot you in the knee, you're not walking very well anymore.
That's, well, when they rebuild you with a robot knee.
Oh, I didn't know we're there yet.
Robot knee land.
But all right. So,
Robot legs.
MuseCon is where this was going.
And you don't need robot legs to run down to MuseCon. MuseCon.
If you run, though, that's going to be, most of you, it's going to be a long
Most
run.
of you should drive.
For us, it's like, I mean,
If you
I
live
would
in
probably
downtown
still
Des Moines,
die. But
exactly. If you live on like Hubble Avenue, it's not that big a deal.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you have robot legs, run to MuseCon. MuseCon.
Yep. And yeah, MuseCon. I don't know. It'll be awesome.
What are the dates?
June 12th through the 14th.
What's the rub? I didn't know how else to say. What are we gonna do at MuseCon?
What does that even mean? What do you mean rub?
What are you rubbing?
It's like an old saying. What's the rub?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
How old?
Like, I don't know, from like
As old as time.
Gaslight Batman days.
All right.
I believe
Well,
Jesus said it to the apostles.
Yeah. And then they said, "Where's the beef?"
Yeah.
yep. So there is a there's gonna be 3 Batman tournaments happening over the course of the weekend. One on Friday starting at noon. One on Saturday, which will be the main event. 350. However many funding that is, 1,500 funding, and then you just
Yep.
however many rounds. So we got a winner, and then
However many that is.
we'll find out.
It could be.
We got to know how many players we
It
got.
could be 7 days. 7 days of grueling battle.
Just everyone draws, so we have to keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, we don't know how. Hopefully, the tournament packet is out by then, because then we
If
know how
not,
to
then we're
resolve.
going to make our own tournament packet.
Yep. Because we don't even technically know how to resolve like ties or anything
With
like
hookers
that
and
currently.
blackjack.
So, or how many points you need to actually win. Maybe it's like it might. It's probably not like win by 5 anymore.
Screw
So, like,
the
I don't-
tournament packet.
I don't know how it works.
Let's make our own.
Hopefully, we'll know by June 12th through the 14th.
If we don't, we'll make our own.
It'd be
Yep.
funny if June 13th we finally get they drop it like,
drop it.
you missed it on the first day.
Yep.
It's like classic night models getting us good.
Getting us so good.
But yeah, so and then Sunday will be another event. Maybe kind of a cooler team tournament type thing on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So bring your friends, bring your posse, and come. I don't know, do posse things.
It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's downtown, so it'll be at a cool event center, and then we can kind of go goof around downtown afterwards, which will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And goof around downtown. Yep, be sweet.
It is.
You don't like
Yeah.
goofing around?
We can go to Outlaws.
Whoa, outlaws.
Oh, man. Boom.
What's
It's
outlaws?
It's American Outlaws.
It's American Outlaws?
It's American
They
Outlaws.
changed the name to American Outlaws.
It's always been American Outlaws.
What is this?
It's a trash,
Oh no!
a trash cowboy bar.
Wait, it
American
is.
Outlaws. Oh, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah, you
it is
know,
very
you know what it
trashy.
is.
It's very
It's like there's
trashy.
no way you haven't walked by there.
Is
I've walked by
Stefan
there.
and Adam allowed there?
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
Well, if they wear a 10-gallon hat and do their best Southern
The best Southern accent we can possibly get.
maybe.
Oh my God! If I don't see them at MuseCon with a 10-gallon hat and walking around with cowboy boots and assless chaps, and I'm gonna be super disappointed. But it'll be a blast.
But
I did have to lean in with the butts there. I guess that was weird.
You did. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yep.
It's not weird. Butts aren't weird.
At least it's not frontless chaps or whatever I said.
Vaginaless chaps.
Vaginaless chaps.
what's
Yeah, that's apparently what Jennifer Lopez wore during the Super Bowl halftime show, according to Colin. Is vaginaless chaps.
I mean, they were.
no, they definitely had a front. There was literally something there.
Well, that
Well,
was
there
her
was
pants.
something. That was her that was like her swimsuit basically thing she was wearing. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can wear.
they were open cutout chaps in the front and the back. Agreed.
Yeah. They were vaginalist chaps. All right. Moving on. MuseCon. Go buy tickets. They're on MuseOnStore.com. Link will be in the description. I'll throw it in there. Screw it.
With or without robot legs, with or without vaginaless chaps, whatever, however you want to come, just come.
Come as you are.
Come as you
Assless
are.
chaps are a must, though.
Yep. So just chaps then.
Just chaps. Yeah. Just regular chaps. You can wear pants with
It really
them, but-
chaps my ass.
Yep. So, just jump right in the league, I guess.
Any other news, announcements, comments, criticisms?
Well, I mean, I guess so that way people have kind of an idea what's happening on the YouTube. On the video you're watching right now, it's starting right this second.
Whoa.
These are photos of your guys' models. And
Oh,
if you-
yeah.
I was going to say of vaginalist.
These are Jennifer Lopez photos.
well, now there's Jennifer Lopez photos going, and now everyone's confused.
Yeah.
But
Now back to models.
If you want to see more photos or want to get your stop. I'll make a post every week asking for more photos to go up there. If you want to showcase your models, I'm gonna post your name. You can post something about the podcast on there, and I'll try to like get in like on the photo. Or I'm gonna do cool like comic, like the Joker's saying something or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And I love seeing your stuff, and hopefully everybody else will too.
Yeah, agreed.
And did we have something else we want to talk about?
Nah, I was laughing at. I love seeing your stuff.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, we're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract.
All right. League of Assassins.
Yeah, rip it. Am I ripping it? Am I
Yeah.
sending it? Okay, so I don't think we really talked about it. Maybe alluded to it for a little bit, but there's a whole nother round of League of Assassins models that came out. The rules are out, the cards are out, and a lot of people, or a good portion of people, have access to them. I still think we're waiting for a good amount of people over here in the States are still waiting to get their hands on them. I've got Lady Shiva, so look forward to a YouTube video unveiling her and talking about her rules, but we'll talk about it here briefly. But so for all the new stuff, we got a brand new Raz, which looks absolutely gorgeous and pretty like over the top. I think the rule arrogant fits now with the shirt off, and then the guy kneeling with the
Previous
scroll in
model
front
was
of him.
definitely not arrogant enough.
No, the new one looks spot on.
Well, arrogant also changed, right?
It's different, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't change with this model. It changed in 3rd edition.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get into the rules. I was going to go over the quick what was released here. There's also going to be an update to the actual bat box in terms of cards and objectives and characters getting cards and things like that for the bat box itself, and rule change and updated cards for those.
There's a card pack basically
for the bat
League,
box
for League of Assassins, right?
Yeah, but there was also the bat box itself. In that card pack, you get updated cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the bat box, and then also I think Damien Goliath are in there, and maybe Malcolm Merlin.
Okay.
Okay, so a good
Something
amount
like
of stuff. I own all that things, so
What
that's good.
about Tom Hardy Bane? Does he get any updated cards?
No,
I did
Same.
not know that.
he did not get updated cards.
I asked if he did.
He did not. No.
Okay.
I don't think they're discontinued though. I think they're going to keep rolling with that set. That's what
Yeah,
I've
they're
heard
not
so far.
discontinued.
So yeah, I do not know. I don't think he's got an updated card or
Sure.
any cards specifically for him yet. So, but that's a valid point. Hopefully, he's not considered a league model at this point, and he will get an updated card when they redo Soldiers of Fortune. So
I mean, he is a league model.
He's a league model. He's
Yeah.
both.
that's true. But I'm just saying.
He's still his old card's
exactly
perfectly
what he
valid.
is,
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah, but I'm just saying getting the extra objective card would be cool.
yeah. Like a new objective card would be sweet. For
I mean,
some of
did
the
Bane
older
the Bat come
models.
with a
did.
Bane leader card?
Yeah.
Did you watch our
every-
YouTube video?
Every character.
Then that card works with.
It does,
with
yeah.
Tom Hardy. Bane,
Wait,
'cause
no.
he's a leader.
You don't want to play that card with anything but Bane the Bat.
I have no idea what it does, but it.
Did you watch our YouTube video?
I haven't. You just filmed it today while I was at work.
Well,
Ah.
technically, we tried to film it several other times, but yeah. Third time's a charm.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyways, so that bat box, like one with Talia, the Heretic, Cheshire, and the other assassins, got updates. We also saw a brand new Lady Shiva, which is her daughter, correct?
What? Lady Shiva's daughter is Cassandra Cain, who becomes Batgirl.
Okay. Well, she looks
The
really young.
all black Batgirl. If you watch The New Birds of Prey, has Lady Shiva's daughter in it as like the objective.
Oh, okay. So Lady Shiva, a brand new model. Absolutely gorgeous model. We'll probably, like I said before, do a video unveiling of that. I took a look at the actual pieces, and it looks awesome and goes together really well already. So
That model, like as soon as they posted it, I kind of lost my shit because it's such a fucking.
dude, looking at the actual model too, it's like
Apologies, YouTube, for my swears.
I don't know that they care.
Oh, okay, good. It's such a fucking gorgeous model.
yeah, it's
This
so cool.
definitely kid friendly.
Yeah. Oh, right.
YouTube for kids. There's a lot of weird shit out there for you too for kids. This is probably better than most of the stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's been released. Also, there's a whole new like acolyte thing, pretty much new ninjas with some fantastic models. There's like a scimitar guy, a dual knife guy, the falcon guy with the bow, and then the dude like jumping with the bow shot. So that whole pack of the 4 acolytes is absolutely stunning, and all those models are super awesome aesthetically. And I think that's everything, right? In terms of those new things that are released.
Yeah.
Whoever Knight's sculptor is, they need to like feature that person on their site and show them off.
Oh,
Because
I mean, it's got to be more than one
They
person.
can't though, because then everybody else will hire them.
They'll get poached. Yeah,
I mean, whoever it is, they're killing it.
all those people
Yeah.
will be hitting them up on LinkedIn. Hey, you want to come? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
I mean, there's got to be it can't
did-
be one person.
I did miss a
'cause
model.
So
Also,
many models a month.
Ubu is another model that's independent.
Finally, I love Ubu. I've been waiting for Ubu for a while.
You have?
Yeah, I wanted Goro to just be Ubu. There's not much reason for him to not just be Ubu.
So in sad news,
Goro is
Ichi,
not.
Kai, and Goro are going to be gone since the old Raz pack is going to be discontinued, just
What
for
we say?
standard.
Yeah.
But that's tough to take as a League player because those models are awesome. Like Ichi and Goro were pretty much staples in second edition. Like Goro was absolutely amazing.
I'd say Goro was. I don't know about Ichi.
Ichi is good because he had that smoke bomb, and you could give him an extra one.
Sure.
So you could have 2 smoke bombs. And there's like I think an objective card now that actually inly that incorporates smoke as well. But yeah, Goro was a beast. And like he had rerolls with the duelist and killed them and large and light armor. He just kind of had it all, which is it's just unfortunate. And I just liked the model a lot. It was just like a samurai dude that looked like when it first came out. I was like, yes, insta buy for me. I love the samurai, like kind of like zombie looking samurai dude. He looks super cool. So, and Ichi's I think is a good model too. But so that's one thing that's kind of unfortunate and a little disappointing actually when it comes to like just discontinuing that stuff. It hurt bad.
So Ichi's just going to become everybody's Hayabusa. So
Yeah, that's a good point, and that's fair. So I think that's one thing to note. They did say that the tournament cards are still going to be valid.
Yep.
Into the future. So like John Wick, Hayabusa, right? Whatever.
That, Tyrant, Hayabusa.
50 cent.
Yeah. $1.
$1.
And
Holiday.
and Mahoney.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yep.
I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. I would have been a little annoyed about that as well if they removed those from the game. They didn't really need to be since they're just kind of out in the wild. And there's pretty, like, if you go to tournaments and all, you can get access to them pretty easily. So, okay. So those are the releases. We can kind of go into them and break them down. Just want to start at the top and talk about Ross?
sure.
Okay. I don't want to do all the talking.
So Roz didn't really change.
So he's the same point cost. He's 120 rep. He's still willpower 8, endurance 9, attack 5, defense 5, 3 up strength. He's still all the same stats.
He gained a couple different rules.
Yep.
So his new rule is Lazarus Pit owner, which is just this model never suffers damage from the Lazarus Pit objective card. Which we'll go over that right after this. If you want to just pull up the objective card.
Sure. So everything else he still has. Like I think it's just exactly the same.
It's the same.
So just a bigger model, a brand new base, and I'll rip open his card here. So
It'll be interesting to see how much being on a big base changes how he feels, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I think being on a smaller base helped him in the past. Just, I don't know. He'll probably get cover from a lot of stuff, I guess, as well. He is not an acrobat, so he might be kind of prone to getting shot at. But he's
Maybe.
defense 5, though, still, too. So we'll see. So his objective card is, I think that's Lord of the Pits, right?
yep.
Okay. So Lord of the Pits is it's going to be 3 points if you score it. And to get done, if a friendly boss is within 8 inches of an enemy model, place your boss in contact with it. Both must perform simultaneous melee attack against the other. If the enemy model is removed as a casualty, score that card. So, pretty powerful. pretty good, honestly. Like just having an extra teleport, and it'd probably help him with his big base. We'll guess I'll go over the resource one too. This is 2 resource points. If a friendly model with the Raz Al Ghul alias has been removed as a casualty earlier in the game, place it within deployment zone. All previous damage is removed. So that's interesting. So if he does get blown off the table or something happens to him, you can just bring him back, which is pretty sweet.
So, with his Lazarus Pit owner card, does that mean that if he teleports to somebody, then he doesn't take damage from being punched?
His Lazarus Pit owner card.
What?
Lazarus. What is the?
Oh no, you're reading his objective card.
That's
not
his
the Lazarus
unique
Pit
objective card, not the
That's
Lazarus Pit
correct.
card.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So you want to find the Lazarus Pit?
Yeah, sure. Lazarus Pit. So it's 2. I don't know how many there are in their deck. I think just 1. There's only 1.
It shows you.
Yep, it's only 1. So it's 2 VP. Inflict a casualty or a KO in melee more than 8 inch away from any other enemy model. Interesting. And then, so that's to score it. And then 2 research points. Place a Lazarus Pit marker in contact with a friendly suspect. Place all damage suffered by friendly models within 4 inches of the Lazarus Pit on it. At the end of the round, for every 2 damage markers on the Lazarus Pit, each friendly model within 4 inches of the marker suffers 1 blood. Then remove it from the
Wow.
Lazarus Pit.
That could be pretty powerful.
So you just can't die.
It just auto heals everything within. Is it 4 inches?
Yep.
How close do you put all damage markers within?
Place all damage suffered by friendly models within 4 inches of the Lazarus Pit on it.
Yeah, so just anything within 4 inches has all damage removed, put on a Lazarus Pit, and then they can take a blood,
At the end of the round,
and then it goes away.
for every 2 damage markers on the Lazarus Pit,
Yeah.
each friendly model within 4 inches suffers 1 blood.
Yeah,
Then you remove it.
and then Roz doesn't take any damage
Yeah.
back. So, it's got some very specific placement rules there, like having to kill or KO somebody more than 8 inches away from any other enemy model is a bit restrictive. And then
I
that's
think
got to tie
spreading out
into-
such a huge deal in this current game.
I mean, that's
It's
just a
not
score,
too
right?
bad.
Well, it's so you do that to put it down and score it, and then you have to have models within 4 inches of where
So-
it goes down.
No, so just scored the card itself is inflict a casualty or KO in melee more than 8 inch away from any
Yeah.
other model.
Oh.
And then the resources, you get to place it down.
For how many
in
points?
contact for 2,
Okay.
which is significant.
Yeah.
So it costs you a lot, but it could end up being very powerful.
Yeah. You can heal a lot of damage.
And then Raz, like, comboing with it is very nice.
It's like a must take. Like,
If you're playing Raz, 100%.
I think if you're playing just
You probably
League in
just
general,
put it
I
in your
think
League
you're-
deck
yeah.
in general.
It's
yeah.
like a 3-point card, right?
It's a 2-pointer.
2-point. Okay.
Yeah, which just seems pretty tough,
2
actually,
point
for a
is,
2-pointer.
is I think the average.
I mean, score like if you get that, you'll probably score it unless your opponent's just like, well, he's playing League. I guess I'm just gonna clump up. But that also seems
Probably not great for you.
yeah.
How many times in the past were you like, I'm playing League, I really want to get into a fight with them and clump up?
Yeah, not very often. But
But it could be different. But yeah, so that's Raz in a nutshell. He's still very similar to, like, he's almost identical.
He's
beside-
exactly the same. He just doesn't take damage
Well,
from
yeah,
Lazarus.
besides the Lazarus Pit,
Yeah.
and then being on a big base. So it'll be interesting to try him out. His weapon's still the same with reach and sharp, so he lost actually 1 inch of threat as well. But yeah, we'll see how he goes. I think he'll be awesome, and his model will be fantastic. I wonder if he'll actually have a smaller version, like the majority of the other ones. If he'll have a smaller base.
I think he'll have a medium
Think
base.
he'll have a
Yeah,
medium
where
base.
the
Yeah,
3
What do you think the medium base will be?
Just what is his big base? Only you can just like take
Yeah.
40 millimeters of it off and
Just
put it
take
on a
just
smaller
see a
base.
chunk of it off and it'll just be the stairs.
Yeah.
It'll just it won't have like all the rocking outcropping of the guy kneeling, right? It'll just be him on some stairs.
it's just
like on a
his
platform
base
with, like, a
actually,
little
from what I could tell, his base actually fits in there. So, like, you actually have him on the 40 mil all the time. It's just that
Oh.
the 40 mil actually fits into
That's
the
awesome.
rubble. I think. I don't quote me on that. I haven't seen the model yet.
If they
but-
do that, that would be fantastic.
Mhm.
I've seen it done before with Gatrix, GW did that. So like I just put some putty on the bottom of my Gotrek, and he actually has a display base and then a small base. That'd be really cool if they started to do that, so you can just kind of either magnetize it or just swap them. That'd be really cool.
I want you to have to model it that way
I want you to be stoked with your decision.
Why can't you just have both?
because I don't want you to be able to switch during tournament games.
Yeah, I don't want you to be able to switch either.
I think
They have rules for it. They
yeah,
said
that's just gonna
Okay,
be. This gonna be.
that's fine.
I think it's
Think
gonna
the-
be if you start.
If the rule is decide at the beginning of your game,
Perfect.
that's still a rule. No, it's not perfect.
No,
I don't
I-
want.
I was,
I don't want you to be able
I was
to do that.
gonna say decide at the beginning of the tournament, and then you have to
Yeah.
stick with it.
Sure.
I think that's how it's supposed to work, but we'll know when we
see.
see the packet.
The day after MuseCon.
Yeah, no, in the middle of MuseCon.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'll be on Saturday. They'll be like, "Oh, here it is,"
Right.
and then we're like, "No, the main event."
Yeah.
Okay, well, hypotheticals.
So, they have the Batbox stuff. The rules are the same, from what I gather. They did get extra objective cards. So,
I was gonna go over at least other characters and talk about their like Ubu and Shiva.
well, yeah.
Well, Ubu's a henchman.
Yeah, I was just starting with the ranks, moving down.
Okay, all right.
So in the Bat Box, you have Heretic and Talia. They both got objective cards. The Heretic card.
So does Cheshire.
Okay.
Yep.
I have to actually put it in the list to see the card.
Yeah. I pulled them all in, so I
okay.
took a look before.
Okay. So the Heretic's card reads, it's 3 points. You can only have one.
It's called My Life for the League.
It is called My Life for the League. You score it in phase 3 of the game or of the turn. A friendly model is attacked by 2 or more enemy models during the same round and is not made knocked out or removed as a casualty. You score it. So it's a nice defensive.
I think that's good. I think
Yeah.
like
A friendly model is attacked by 2 or more models in a round. And
Two
I
or
think
more
that-
it
models.
has to be attacked though. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty
it
bad.
has to survive.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just not attacking that model.
Well,
It's any friendly model.
yeah, it's any friendly model, and you don't like declare it. It's just
Yeah. You just
I happen
play
to have this in my hand when that happened.
and this
Oh.
series of things happened.
So I guess if your leader lives like Roz or something like that,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's
It's niche. What's the resource?
Snitch. Resource, it costs 1. If a friendly model with the name Talia El Gould suffers any number of hits from an attack within 4 inches of a friendly model with the alias the Heretic model takes all the hits of the attack.
Okay, so it turns him into a bodyguard
Yep.
for 1 resource point.
yeah.
For 1 resource point.
Yeah, it's fine. If
Yeah.
you're going to play both of them in the same list, I would say that's
I mean,
not a must-have.
I'm
but
not.
it's
I do
fine.
actually-
I'm probably not gonna take it.
I think I'd take it just because I think a lot of this. I think you're going to score this more often than you think with him and Ubu, because Ubu's a natural bodyguard. You have like equipment to give out bodyguards. Like I think you actually might survive with specifically Ubu.
I think the Heretic's more survivable than Ubu, right?
He is, but he's not like a bodyguard. So somebody has to come and attack him once, and then you'd have to spend this card. I guess you can get it back with Assassin. But yeah, I don't know.
He's tanky, man.
The card doesn't cycle well, and it has a niche score, which
Yeah.
makes it like not sweet to me. If you build a list and your list is Talia and the Heretic, then maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is that I actually think I want to play him as a leader because he's so
Sure.
cheap.
I mean, you definitely don't play the card if
If he's solo, you're
if
not
you-
gonna.
yeah.
I
There's no
we'll have
Talia.
to see if like what other cards are in here, but
I mean, also it depends on whether or not League has anybody that allows you to cycle through cards in any way. I don't know if anyone has any rules that let you do that. So
Yeah,
we'll take a look at
they
those,
have.
so-
They actually go through cards real fast.
Okay, so then in that case, then maybe it's better.
maybe. You wanna go over
What
the
makes
next?
them go through really fast? Assassin or what?
Yep, Assassin.
Well, Assassin doesn't
Cool.
make him
Yeah,
go through
that
the
only
cards.
can like delve, like go grab cards.
Right, it just returns the resource that you've spent back to your hand.
Yeah, it lets you, like you then want to spend your resources rather than hold on to cards to like actually, like.
I mean, I think that's how you want to play the game anyway.
Well, when I have played, I'm actually normally not spending for resources because I want to score the card. And if I spend it as a resource, then I can't score the card. And so when I prepare to like try to, I don't know.
I think it just depends. If like I think if I can't even remotely score it that turn, I'm dumping it as soon as I can. Like, I'm going to be dumping cards unless they're, like, easily scoreable.
Yeah, I think you just look at your hand and you're like, this is my plan for the turn, and then anything else is a resource I'm going to burn.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
Do you want to go? I guess the Talia one. The Talia one
card
is called Daughter of the Demon. It's a 3-pointer, and you can only have one. Have more friendly suspects. Yeah, suspects within 4 inches of enemy models than enemy models in play.
Have more suspect markers.
It just says have more friendly suspects within 4 inches of enemy models than enemy models in play. So that's very corner case because you have to outnumber them in the first place.
Well, you just have to kill some of their models, which you tend to do anyways.
Yeah.
So that's a 3-pointer, and then it's 2 resource points for the resource. All friendly suspects within 20 inches of a model named Talia al Ghul are immediately converted into intimate threat markers. These markers are still considered suspects. If an opponent wants to reveal them, first they must remove one of their own suspects.
Well, that just depends on how your deck builds and how reliant League is on scoring their suspect markers by having them stay in play. Could be good if that's a thing that you care about, or that you put down a bunch of suspect markers.
I mean, I think they can put down a bunch. It's just that I don't know. I think
I haven't seen the rest of the deck.
We'll get through the deck.
Okay. We'll get there. We'll just do the unique ones.
Sure.
It seems interesting. Like it seems really hard to score that for 3 points.
I mean, I think a lot of the character ones are actually like potentially powerful effects, but difficult to trigger.
Yeah, or difficult to score. Like some of them are nice to trigger.
Sure.
Like Bane the Bat's a good example. Like it just happens and it's really amazing for his resource. But yeah, I mean, 20 inches is pretty huge for like a bubble from her.
Yeah,
and like it seems nice.
Joker Showtime.
Okay, well it's like, but also 2 resources is a lot of like a chunk.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I don't know. It seems interesting. That's one like that will need some testing to see if it's going to be good, and it's probably going to be an Italia list where you're spamming a bunch of henchmen.
Talia has strategist, right?
Yes.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I believe she does. So she has 4 resources every turn. So that's not 2. Isn't that bad? And then Roz has. Does he have strategist or grand strategist?
He has strategist.
Oh,
Okay.
did he used to be? Oh, he's just a regular strategist, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
He is a strategist.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
But
like,
yeah, she
at
actually,
least
she's a strategist and scheming 3, which seems really good.
yeah, scheming 3 is great.
Yeah.
So
Scheming, for those who are unaware, now lets you move X number, whatever your scheming total is. You can move that many suspect markers in a raise the plan phase up to 4 inches.
Yep.
So you can really shift some things around.
Maybe we can talk about the box again here too after the redux of the rules, because I don't know if we really went over them, but we'll get through the cards and then maybe revisit that if we have time.
Yep. So the next one is Cheshire. This one is actually kind of interesting because this is the first character card I've seen anyway that has 3.
Yeah.
So you actually put 3 in your deck. So when you score it, it's worth 2. It's called Mortal Wound. I believe it scores in the 4th phase.
Yep.
So to score it, an enemy model is removed as a casualty by the poison effect. And then for the resource, choose an enemy model affected by poison within 4 inches of the model with the alias Cheshire. That model must make a poison roll immediately. That's pretty good.
I don't know.
Poison's pretty dangerous, and if you're poisoning like henchmen and stuff, you might actually trigger this pretty often.
Read it again.
So to score it, it's an enemy model is removed as a casualty by the poison effect.
Okay.
And then for the resource, it's choose an enemy model affected by poison within 4 of a model with the alias Cheshire. That model must make a poison roll immediately.
Well, Cheshire is a poison master, right? So,
She's a poison master.
So you only get to roll 2 dice to resist instead of 3.
That's correct.
And poison is actually harder to resist than it used to be. So poison doesn't ever go away. You don't get rid of it. And
okay. Well, that
and
makes a
it's-
huge difference.
And it's harder to resist because it gives you each poison marker on you gives you a -1 to your roll to resist it. And then when you fail to resist it, you take a blood damage.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
in addition, like for her, she's a toxicologist.
Mhm.
So models suffering damage from poison effect within 8 inch of this model suffer an additional blood
Okay.
as well.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's good with her. That card is good with her.
Yep. You might throw in rat catcher. And get some real poison up in this bee.
They also have equipment to give poison with her as well.
Yeah. No, it doesn't give poison. It just gives poison master.
Oh,
To another.
okay. So there's
It's like
there's one henchman
something
with
like
poison.
There's at least one assassin.
There is an assassin
sword
with poison.
assassin with poison.
Yep.
So maybe that's good to throw in there.
He's a 20-point duder, which I play in almost every assassin list.
I do
so.
find it funny that the art for the card is like the adult version of Cheshire, and then they have just like the cartoon version of Cheshire for the model,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
So, what I actually think is super interesting about this is that you can really use the resource like a lot. I think,
Yeah, 100%.
and especially since you have 3 of this card, you can just like, all right, well, this is an easy one to get rid of. So,
Now, what's the resource cost on it? 1?
1.
Yeah, I think that's actually really good. You've got 3, you burn it. It's just like
She goes up
it's,
and attacks one person, and then just
it's a
immediately-
it is a non-action damage source.
Yep.
That's good,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah.
And
So-
yeah, I also
and it
like
kind of-
cards that score in the 4th phase versus the 3rd phase. It's like really weird. I don't know. It's nice knowing that.
It scores in the 4th phase. I thought you said it's when somebody dies from poison.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't have to score in the 4th phase, right? If you had 2 of them, for example, you could kill somebody by making them take a check off of the poison with the resource and then score another one. Because you got 3 in your deck.
Well, it says it when it scores, right?
It does. So, does it say 4th phase? Yeah, an enemy model is removed. Okay, so you can't do it that way. You have to. It has to be their endurance roll in the end. So you can't
Yeah.
just kill them off with 1 copy of it and then score a 2nd copy of it.
Yeah, but you can stack damage earlier in the round.
I mean-
Sure.
with this card.
Sure.
Also, too, what's nice is the Falcon guy. His bow has poison as well, so you've got
Yeah, League's got access to a few different
a couple
models of
poison
poison
now,
for sure.
which is nice. So I think it's relevant and probably useful.
It's like relevant just because of Cheshire.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then having additional models makes it
Sure.
solid. That's
Yeah.
what I feel.
Well, I mean, you're not using this card without Cheshire because
Right, because you have to. Yeah,
you
That's-
can, right? You can't.
What I'm saying is, if you built a list that had Cheshire and no other poison models, this card
Oh.
would still be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
I mean, damage is damage. So
Right.
And like you said, damage without an activation is awesome.
Yeah. As soon as she puts poison on them, it's not coming off, which means you can always use its resource. So
Which is cool. I'm excited to hopefully see more Cheshire. I think she's going to be great in 3rd ed, just because like the willpower, she's actually kind of like very survivable.
I think we need to correct you. Everything is great in 3rd ed.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I do think she's going to be like pretty relevant because
Yeah.
like being an acrobat, being really fast and move 12 just base and an acrobat, like, and all the poison and extra stuff that comes along with her is really nice. Also, just like having a sharp poison weapon on the sword and also having handy for hard to hit models, like she's just solid overall now. And like willpower 7's nice with all the stun damage, so she's pretty durable.
yeah, she's good.
Yep. So, do you want to move on to Ubu?
Sure.
Do you want to cover the character or the card?
Yeah, let's
I'll take the card. You take the character.
sure. I'll go over his character first.
Sure.
So he is Ubu. He's on a. Are we going to call these medium? Or are we calling these?
They're 40 mils.
They're large. We'll call them large because that's what
They're large,
the,
yeah.
the rule is. So he's on a large base. He is willpower 7, endurance 8, attack 4, defense 3, strength 3, move 10, and special 3. His weapon is a huge scimitar. It's got bleed 1, reach, and sharp. He's got bodyguard. He's got inspire fear like Scarecrow. So any model that's not a vehicle and 4 inches in line of sight must make a willpower roll. If it's failed, consult the following chart. So same as Scarecrow's. He's large, so he takes 1 less stun damage when hit by stun. Martial artist and sturdy. So he's 66 rep, which is interesting. So like, I don't know if it's fair to compare him to Goro, but he just fits a different role than what Goro did.
He's probably better in the new rules than Goro
think?
is.
Yeah, because of the willpower.
The willpower, and also, isn't Goro defense 2 or is he defense 3?
He's defense 3.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought he was.
And he's
defense
also
2.
light armor
But yeah, I
and
think-
duelist.
Sure.
Goro's really good.
Yeah, but Goro has no
He's
no abilities other than like kill them
Attacking,
to use. Right? He just attacks.
He just attacks.
Yeah. Whereas here you can
Or inspires. fear.
Bodyguard, inspire fear, and make like good attacks. Like
Yeah.
that's
Having
pretty all around.
something to do with your special is always good.
Plus willpower 7. I mean, yeah. Just
Like,
makes him.
It does feel pretty bad when you give like an audacity counter to a model, and then they don't actually have a special action to use, so it's like you're not getting a full activation.
I mean, I think so. Borgun is going to be like the poster child of this. He's these guys that used to be like these big damage soak, big guys that were supposed to survive and like dish out a big hit that don't work in the new rules.
Right, because their willpower is
Right,
too low.
because Borgun is willpower 5 and he's defense 2, so like
Yeah.
anything knocks him out like immediately.
I think Goro would have suffered from the same thing
And
too.
Goro would struggle with it. I think the sort of the definition of being a big tough guy now is like you have at least 6 in one and 8 in the other, or
Right.
like some combination of 14 between the two,
Yeah.
but nothing below a 6. You know, like 5 feels pretty bad. So being a 7-8, I think is a pretty big deal.
That is a big deal.
I'm curious just because of the amount of damage I can get. 7, I think 7's a huge jump and like a really nice place to be at. So like 3 successes is probably pretty normal with how much people can attack now. So like have 4 successes is a lot different from 3, the double stun.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe he will be pretty tanky. Defense 3s, meh.
He doesn't have reinforced gloves, right?
He does not.
No.
He just has the huge scimitar is what he has.
Okay. So his character card, his objective card, it's worth 3 points. You can only have one.
What's it called?
Oh God, they don't put it at the top. And
Yours to command.
It is called yours to command. It's a what's the vest? What's the vest called? Is that
Protection, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a protection type, which I guess we didn't technically cover in the previous ones, but I'm still learning the symbols because I wish it would just say protection rather than a symbol.
I agree.
But eventually we'll learn all those symbols, and this won't be an issue. So you score in phase 3. So while everything's going, it's 3 points. You can only have one. Friendly model is not removed as a casualty or suffers knocked out. So the model can't be knocked out or suffer a casualty. After an enemy attack that produces at least 4 hits before it blocks. So don't get knocked out. So before you roll blocks, does this score in the middle of attacking?
Yeah.
Read the whole thing.
So it's a friendly model is not removed as a casualty or suffers knocked out after an enemy attacks that produces at least 4 hits before blocks.
Yeah, so they hit you 4 times at least, and then you can block or whatever, and you need to survive it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you survive it, then
And you
play the
survive it,
card.
then you score.
Okay.
You don't score until after you roll blocks.
Oh yeah, I guess
You resolve the whole attack, but it doesn't trigger unless
unless
1, they hit
had
you
4
4
hits.
times, and 2, you survived.
Okay. So that seems pretty easy.
That
to
one's
score.
fine. That one's fine.
For
There's-
3 points. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So then the resource is 1 resource. If a friendly model is the target of an attack within 4 inches of a friendly model with the alias Ubu, it may use the bodyguard trait on that model or on that friendly model and without paying the effort cost.
That's nice.
So free bodyguard, don't take damage for
Well,
it.
it's better than a free bodyguard because you can use it on any friendly model.
Yeah.
Bodyguard is only leader or psychic. So
Yeah.
So
Also, does it-
being able to bodyguard like a henchman or whatever.
Or a free agent, right?
Yeah. Is cool. So I think you play Ubu, that card goes in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice for actually the VPs. Someone goes attacks your defense 4 or 5 model, you live through it, boom.
Well, the defense 4 or 5 doesn't help you. You need them to hit 4 times.
Yeah.
You're talking about having enough
the
block
block
dice,
dice
sure.
to actually get
Sure.
through it. Yeah.
So I believe that's all the objective cards, right?
The extra ones for characters, I believe.
Outside of Lady Shiva, We didn't technically cover her yet, but we'll get there.
Okay.
So now we want to move on to the acolytes.
Well, do you want to talk about Lady Shiva? She's up next.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, that's
Let's do that.
Lady
What is she, a
Shiva.
sidekick?
She's a sidekick. Yep. She is 80 rep. She's doing a flying karate kick. She is willpower 8, endurance 7, attack 4, defense 4, 4 up strength, move 10, and special 3. She has no weapons. She is an acrobat. She's adaptable. She's arrogant, which is the same thing as Raz has. So if a model has lower rep, then you lose 1 attack dice, which it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Combo unarmed. So there was one point people thought she had claws. It's actually unarmed, which I think is really good for League because it helps them give a mix of damage and it's double stun, which can help with a lot of things. She's a martial artist, a master fighter, so she'll be +1 to hit with unarmed melee attacks. She also has moral compass, so this model cannot attack KO'd models, which is interesting. She has a special ability, precise blow. Once this trait is activated for the rest of the round, this model gains +1 to its attack dice rolls and may reroll the strength die, which is very nice.
She's +2 to her attacks.
She can be a +2 to attack.
It's not she can't be. She will always be a +2
Sure.
to her attacks.
Yeah, because of
You will
master
use-
fighter and precise blow.
As long as she has an audacity counter, which she is
Yeah.
a model you're going to give an audacity counter to.
maybe. I mean, like if she's already in the fray and something's
Sure.
important, but
Sure.
yeah, +2 is super awesome.
Yeah.
Reinforced gloves, and she's also stealth, which I think is super relevant in this 3rd edition with guns and stuff. So
I mean-
acrobat, adaptable, and stealth is awesome against guns.
Sure. I mean, she's a +2 to hit with combo and adaptable. So she's rolling like 6 dice if she wants with +2 to hit.
Can she roll 7 dice if she efforts all the way?
She rolls 8 dice.
without effort. Sure.
If
Yeah.
she rolls,
Well, remember, combo is different now, right? So it's for every 2 successes that hits,
Yeah.
it counts as an extra.
I know,
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
I'm saying she like just with
So
adaptable she rolls 6.
she's base 4, right?
Right,
She's base attack
adaptable to
4.
5.
Plus she has a strength dice, so that's 5, and then adaptable to 6.
and then
She can
to
roll
9.
3 more to 9.
Yeah, and she's +2 to hit, and every 2 that hit is actually 3 hits.
Yep.
Yep.
So
She's a beast.
she's gonna knock anything out.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She actually might straight up kill stuff because her objective card's pretty awesome,
Yeah,
and you get 3 of them. Oh no, sorry, you only get 1, but it scores 3.
it does.
It's
But
just,
as a resource, it's pretty cool.
it's nice because her model was like so mediocre garbage. The original Lady Shiva, and she's like actually just one of the deadliest people in the whole DC like comics. So it's nice
Yeah.
that they finally made her actually kick ass.
Yeah.
And the model is absolutely
The model's
amazing.
incredible. This might be my favorite Night Models model.
Yeah, do you want to hit us up with the objective card?
All right, the objective card.
What's his
is
name?
Masters Duel. I was actually going to get it that
Okay,
time
my
too.
bad, my bad.
What's the gun? Is that violence?
That is
Or-
violence.
It's violence
That's
card.
violence. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, so the scores in phase 3. One of your models makes an enemy with a higher reputation cost knocked out.
Yeah. Okay, she can do that.
She can do that. So that's like basically a free 3 points. And then for one resource, when resolving an attack performed by a model with the name Sandra Wusan, change all stun markers inflicted to blood.
Oh.
That's awesome. Like
So
it's-
it's like this hard choice because you're like, Lady Shiva is gonna knock this fool out. Would I rather remove him from the table or score
score
3 victory
points.
points? Because you're gonna do it, which either way.
Yeah, I really like it I get the victory points, but like if you run into there's like corner cases.
If you just want to kill Batman.
If you just want to kill someone cheaper than you, just like get out of here.
Or
'Cause you're
even-
not gonna
It has
score
to be less. I thought it said more.
to score it. It has to be more.
well to,
Oh, sure.
to
I
use
gotcha.
the resource. So if you use it as a resource, then you can't score, right?
Correct. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's-
saying. You
that's-
have to
well,
decide one of the two.
But with League of Assassins, you can get it back with the assassin roll.
Sure, but Lady Shiva's already activated.
Yeah, she's activated for that.
Sure, but you can get it back for the next turn.
Sure.
Here's where I
Granted,
think
your opponent's going to know. but
Here's where I
whatever.
think the resource is important, is because there's a lot of models with desensitized now, and if they have desensitized, it like pretty much doubles their health pool. So having the ability to just do straight blood and just remove them from the table is super nice for you.
Sure. I mean, you're in League. I'm not super worried about that.
It's so
I think
nice.
you're going to take the 3 VPs most of the time.
Most of the
but-
time, yeah.
And again, she can only
But-
score it on models that are over 80
Yeah,
points.
that's a good point.
So
Yeah.
anytime it's a guy, she might not have. She might run into a crew that doesn't even have models she can realistically target.
She's just like, Penguin,
Yeah, yeah.
you're not even worth attacking.
Exactly.
No, he's
Which
just going
would
to be
be
like,
totally be a Lady Shiva, like,
against Penguin, he's just going to be, get over here, man bat.
yeah.
Isn't he? He's like 89,
No, he's under
right?
80. He's
What?
He's in the 70s, I think.
No, he's 82.
I thought he was 78.
I think he's 80 or
He's 80
He might-
something.
I think
all
he's
right.
exactly 82.
All right.
Because remember, he's overcosted.
But then Man-Bat's going to drag that card, that Lady Shiva card, out of your hand. Remember?
Oh, as long as it's within 11 inches.
Only Sean remembers.
Only Sean remembers.
Yeah.
That's right.
It has to be. You have to be within 11 inches of the board.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you have to make him freeze.
Yeah.
Sweet made up rules
Yeah.
from Renegade.
From Renegade. Yeah.
The under ball's gonna get you.
Yeah.
He's 82 points.
Okay. Yep. So just kick the bejesus out of Man-Bat.
Yep, every day, all the time.
But this is a cool card because it plays with her arrogance rule, and it also plays with her code of conduct rule. So,
Yep.
you can.
And it just feels good either way you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like, when you use it, you're just like, yeah, Lady Shiva's a badass. And Lady Shiva is a badass.
Under miles out. Like honestly, like I'm really happy to see the interaction with like the arrogant rule is nice. Like there was like this nice change when it came from second edition or like first edition to second, and like the updated rules where it was like a revamp of these negative.
Oh, arrogant is like way more meaningful now. It just wasn't meaningful before. It was like, hey, one of the highest costed models in the game has to be the leader.
Yeah,
Without
I couldn't
unless
take Killer Croc,
he
man.
can't be in a list where there's a higher cost.
Yeah, I
model.
couldn't
You're
take
like,
Killer Croc.
It's like, yeah, oh shoot, like I can't spend all of my points on 2 models.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
nice that arrogant is now like a
Yeah,
real thing.
I wish it wasn't negative, but because they did a good job of changing negative traits, just make them positive.
It's like you roll so many dice now that
Yeah.
I don't
Huh.
think it matters.
Well, it's going to happen. I'm gonna
Well,
roll
also,
that one attack.
The change allows it to be used on mid-range. It like spreads the range. You could literally have like a super ripped Johnny Bravo penguin who's only like 16 points, and he could be an arrogant penguin, and it would still be kind of cool. It'd be like, oh, whatever. You can just apply to anybody now. So, sure, for the most part, it's not a disadvantage. But if you ever is fighting other penguins, but like it's a rule that can be reapplied. There's actually so many. As we talk about it, there's some rules that are clunky in the new edition that didn't translate or could have just been got deleted. But a lot, it was a real good opportunity to make a lot of rules impactful in a cool way. Assassin.
I feel like they saved a lot of rules
Yeah.
in the game that were like sort of just existed to have a rule named that before.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Nigel, I will need you to draw a Johnny Bravo penguin, though.
Yeah,
And we'll throw it on the YouTube.
yeah.
Get $1 out of here. That's the new
Johnny
Yeah,
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Yeah,
That's the special MuseCon award is a tournament card for Johnny Bravo Penguin. Free agent for every faction.
yeah.
Perfect.
I did look. I have not seen an objective for Merlin.
Oh,
Yeah. Him and Damien didn't get objectives.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Well,
will.
yeah.
Oh,
They made the
never mind.
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did make the
So if
pack.
they didn't
and
make
they
that
redone
pack,
the
I
cards,
know.
so.
And yeah.
I mean, unless they make a new one, which I highly doubt they'll make a new Merlin or a new Damien, really.
I
mean, they'll do a new Damien, I think, someday, but like his character hasn't changed, so there's not really much reason to like change his model.
maybe when they release those Bat Family cards, Damien will get an objective card.
Hopefully, you
Yeah,
can use
that'd
it
be
in
cool.
League.
Um,
Well, cool. That was all the characters, which is awesome. They did a good job. Like I feel like League has a lot of cool characters you can play, and a lot of kind of diversity and list building with like Lady Shiva now and the Bat Box, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked. It's gonna be cool. We can talk about the acolytes now if you want to start on those.
Oh yeah. So the acolytes are the 4-pack ninjas. They all look gorgeous. So the first one we have here is I don't know,
Number one.
Scimitar ninja.
Yeah, number one.
I guess he is acolyte number 1. We got to come up with nicknames for these guys. So they all have the same like base stats, right?
Well, it looks like he's trying to do
chop.
Danielson's crane kick because
Yeah.
he's like up on the pylon. Like
It looks like he's just dropping the scimitar.
It does look like he's jumping down.
I'm saying crane kick.
Okay, he's cranky.
He's not.
He's
cranky.
Danielson.
He's literally
Alright.
chopping somebody. He's
Danielson.
chopping. His name.
So-
His name's Choppy.
Choppy. Okay, sure, he's choppy. So he's willpower 5 and
Comment
6.
below for whether or not you think he's choppy or Danielson.
Yeah, this is definitely the most important thing we could be talking about right now.
Yeah.
So he has willpower 5, endurance 6, attack 3, defense 4. Defense 4 is nice.
Yeah, they changed it depending on which one they are.
Yeah. So he has strength 5, move 10, special 3. He has a scimitar that is double blood, bleed 1, and sharp. He has assassin 3. Assassin's different, or well, obviously it had to have changed. If this model removes an enemy model as a casualty, you may pick one objective card from the spent resource pile with a maximum victory point value of 3 or of X. So for this model, it'll be of 3, and add that card to your hand.
So yeah, you can get a 3-pointer back if you'd like. So, which is nice.
Yep. Then he has expert or martial expert, which is you crit on a 4, 5, 6, and then he has sneak attack. If at the beginning of the attacker's activation, the target cannot see the attacker, the target cannot make efforts when defending against this model during that activation.
That's nice. It doesn't. Does that cost a special or not?
Nope, it just happens.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if it was like a missed thing on the app itself.
Way
I
better
mean,
rule.
you're
on
usually
Manbat.
going. It would be fine if it did in his case because for you to move and attack, you're gonna be
That's true.
using an SD count
Yeah,
anyway.
that's fair. Yeah.
But
He might be a good one to have a grapple hook. So because
oh sure,
he's
so
only
yeah.
movement 10.
No, for sure.
So he actually needs in order to get sneak attack, he actually
yeah, that's a good point.
pretty much has to grapple hook in. Otherwise, you have to go around the perfect building basically, and your opponent has to basically set themselves up for the attack. So,
That's what we rely on. Our opponents setting themselves up.
Nice.
yep.
Always
Get 'em
reliable
Get
strategy.
them every time.
Always a reliable strategy.
I guess there are objective cards that drop smoke in weird ways. So you might have there might be some league shenanigans in the decks.
He might be the one that I question. But
Okay.
it's cost 0 funding.
He has cost 0 funding. Well,
you question the 0 funding defense 4 model. Like that's the question.
Yep.
with a double blood weapon.
Okay.
I kind of like the other ones maybe better, but yeah.
All right.
They all actually seem pretty decent. So the next one is Acolyte number 2. He's willpower 5, endurance 6, attack 4.
He's 1 rep less than 100
He's
funding.
knives. He's clearly knives.
Yeah, he's the knives guy.
Yep. Defense 3. Same movement, same special, same strength. Yep, he has a knife that is sharp. And then he has throwing knives that are sharp, short range, and throwing. So you can move and throw them and not lose rate of fire. He's Assassin 2. He has combo with knives. And then he has Martial Expert.
Can I just take 1 second to appreciate Knight models for not putting in a necessary second knife on his card because, as
He
a
has
weapon,
2.
because he has 2 and has combo knives that we get. That knife is what he attacks with,
Right.
and he has combo knives, and it's fine, and
Well,
you don't need to put a second.
They just put an S on it now and then just resolved
Yeah.
it. So that's awesome.
So I just want to say thank you, Knight. I do appreciate this.
Yep.
It's totally a super minor irrelevant thing, but it always bothered me. It's you didn't need to show me that he has 2 clubs. I know he's got 2 clubs. I can't attack with both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, this way, he has a range attack, so maybe if they don't have a range attack, they'll still do that.
Hey, the problem though is if he gets pickpocketed, he's screwed.
He is
Whereas
screwed.
If he had
That's-
2 clubs,
Oh, man.
I don't think pickpocket still works that way, but
No.
I don't know.
I think it does.
All right.
I think it's even
Steal does something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
something.
remember
Well,
Catwoman
at least
has
it also indicates that the thief is not a total idiot that's oh, I'll take this one knife out of both of them.
Yeah.
All right, so we have I guess we'll call him Hawkman or Acolyte number 3,
The Falconeer.
the Falconeer.
Yeah.
Abzan Falconer.
I'm gonna totally paint that hawk like Beast Boy because that's just Beast Boy's model. It's actually just Beast Boy's model, which is hilarious.
Maybe it looks smaller.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I get this model.
Still an awesome model.
He is an awesome model. So he is willpower 5, endurance 6, attack 3, defense 3, 5 strength, movement 10, special 3. His weapons are a bow, which is double blood, rate of fire 1, has aim and mechanical. Bows are a little wonky since you can't move and shoot them. Even if you have like good aim, you can't like really move and shoot. But you can shoot and then move, I guess. But so this is where he becomes actually a guy who is pretty. Also he has poisoned arrow, which is double blood, rate of fire 1, one shot with it.
Caustic
Aim,
too. Caustic. As well.
Mechanical, and poison. So he's if you take Cheshire, I would probably take this guy because that more poison, more better with her.
Mm-hmm.
He has assassin.
I mean,
too.
he's also even if it is like not the best gun in the world, it is a gun in League, and you're only going to have so many audacity counters to go around, right? So like having a guy that can make an attack without moving.
Well, the thing is, I think he actually does want an audacity counter.
Yeah. We'll go to.
So he has this. He has a rule that takes up a special. It's called falconry. Until the end of the round, this model can perform ranged attacks against enemy models within 16 inches, ignoring cover and LOS. As long as the target models are within 6 inches of a friendly suspect, if you remove that marker at the start of the attack action, you may roll one additional dice.
How do you remove?
So it's within
markers?
6 inches. You remove it when you start the attack, and then you get the additional die, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah, it's saying you
Oh,
can do this.
This
thing.
is what's allowing you to remove it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So hypothetically, if you do that and set that up, I think he's great with Talia because she can move so many suspect markers. Then you'll have a strength die because they don't get cover unless they're an acrobat, and then you also have rate of fire 1, and then you have your strength die. So you actually be rate of fire 3 with your bow, and you don't need a line of sight, so you can actually stand still. And 16 inches is pretty big, so it just actually seems very viable and very good. Actually,
No, totally.
Yep. Also, he's still a martial expert, so he crits on a 4, 5, and 6. So
yeah.
He is a 3/3. Did we discuss that?
That we did.
He
We
is
did
a
say
3/3,
that.
yeah.
Which he's a bow guy, so he's going to probably hang in the back. But I'm stoked, honestly. It's a pretty good weapon. It takes a little bit to set up. But if you're playing Talia, I think he's great just because you can move those scheme markers. I think Damien has a little play with it as well, just because he's a detective. It can lay things out a little further. So, yeah, he's cool. And his model's awesome as well.
So, that's not the only bow in this pack, though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We got more bows. It's basically Christmas morning with all these bows.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Willpower 5, endurance. Oh, sorry, Acolyte number 4.
This
he's-
is Neo.
Robin Hood.
Neo. I
Yeah.
like Neo.
Yeah,
Or Green Arrow.
he's Neo.
This is actually Oliver
Arrow.
Queen.
He's wall running.
No, this
And
is totally
running.
This is Oliver. No, he is Neo.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just
is-
saying, if there was a model that was Oliver Queen, it's probably this guy.
Sure.
This is the terrible movie with the terrible Robin Hood movie with the guy with
There are so
Jamie
many of them.
Jamie Foxx and the kid from
Nobody saw that
Kingsman.
movie.
It's horrendous.
It's really bad.
Yeah. So this is that guy.
Eggy from Kingsman. That kid.
Yeah. Yep. He's Robin Hood, and it's a horrendous movie.
Wait, is Jamie Foxx?
The Morgan Freeman character.
Is Morgan Freeman's
Yeah.
character?
That's correct.
Yep.
Whew,
Yeah.
that's a spicy one.
It's a hot garbage. it's really
It's one of the worst movies I think I've ever seen.
What's the name of it?
It's Robin Hood, and it's
Called Robin
and it's
Hood.
Guy Ritchie, and it's just complete whiff.
Oh man,
God, it's
Guy
awful.
Ritchie needs to quit trying to make like stories that have already been told because he's not very good at
Yeah.
that. He needs to just stick with his like British gangsters.
Yeah.
with names like Flat Tot, Brick Tooth, Bullet Butt, and
Yep.
then like just stick with that because that's great.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we still need to see The Gentleman.
We'll show you the picture. We'll give you the picture of it.
Wow. This is really a Guy Ritchie movie? That doesn't
It's a
even
Guy
look like a Guy Ritchie.
It's when you watch
He
it,
looks
you're just
exactly like it.
There's elements of it that smack of Guy Ritchie, but then
Like, did Guy Ritchie just produce it, or did he actually
he directed
oh,
it?
man, Guy
Yeah.
Ritchie.
It's bad. It's really bad. It's so disappointing.
I'm gonna go home and watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
I power watch this.
I
It's like
pity you.
I normally love Guy Ritchie movies.
So is this guy just called Guy Ritchie now?
Yeah, this is
yeah,
Guy.
This is
This
Guy.
Edgerton.
This
Or whatever his
Guy.
name. Who's the what's the guy's name? Taron Egerton. Is that the guy?
The Kingsman guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah,
Well,
this
you're
guy's
just
just Guy
looking at the-
Ritchie.
Yeah.
Taron,
He's just Guy
yeah.
Ritchie.
Taron Egerton.
Edgerton.
All right.
It's Eggy.
Yeah, it's Aggie.
So he's willpower 5, endurance 6, attack 3, defense 3, strength 5, move 10, special 3. His weapons are he has a bow, just a regular bow, double blood, and rate of fire 1 with 2 ammo, mechanical aim. Then he has an enervating arrow, which is double blood, rate of fire 1, ammo 1, aim explosive,
Woo.
gas, mechanical, and enervating 2. Then he's assassin 2. He also has good aim, and he has martial expert. So the explosive on this is actually
He's
what makes
300
his,
funding too.
He's
It's
300.
awkward that good aim doesn't ignore the
Yeah.
lots of
don't
dice
tell me
for-
about it.
yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
weird. It defeats the purpose of it actually being good.
Well,
It just
still
means that
gives
you can
a plus
move
one
after.
and you can do it, but
It means that you can shoot and then move.
and then move.
but you can't move and then. Well, you can move
You
and then
can.
shoot. You, just lose all your
strength
your
die.
dice.
You just lose your strength. die.
This guy, it's okay with.
No, you lose all your dice.
This guy has an explosive template.
Well, then that means
so
you're
it
not
still
shooting.
works.
I don't think
if you
that's
don't-
true. You don't lose all of them. You just lose your strength die.
What?
So
you
guys,
you would
guys,
roll 2 dice, correct? You would roll your regular die and your strength die on your attack,
Yeah.
and moving drops you by 1, right?
2.
It's 2.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
remember, he has an explosive template, so it still works with the explosive template.
For the one shot, yeah.
That's
Yes.
correct. Well, just give him an extra shot.
And the reason why it still works is because his good aim will give him a +1 to hit on the explosive template if he moves, so it's not just the strength die. So if it turns into a regular dice on the explosive template, then if you're rolling on Batman or something, instead of rolling to hit their defense, you're rolling to hit 4s because you're getting a +1 to the roll. So
It's weird. I wish they just would have made.
I already we've confirmed it on.
That doesn't make sense to me, though.
What do you mean? Because it just turns to a hit dice.
Well, you're -2, so you lose both of your die, and the rule
But it's
is
it's a template.
I understand that. Oh, so
Because
it
it goes to the
because it's a
template
template,
rule.
it just gives you the strength.
It'll only be a strength die. Yeah.
Okay,
That's the
All
reason
right.
it
Now
works.
I understand.
That's
Gotcha.
like the only reason it actually works, which
Yeah.
is kind of frustrating.
But if he sits there and
Working as intended.
How does it?
Theoretically, it works. So, but yeah,
But
I wish
if he just stands there, does he get 2?
No, he still only rolls 1 strength die. Remember, this was my
yeah.
my gaggy
No, I was just wondering if he gets 2 templates.
expletive rants. No, you get 1 template,
Okay.
just 1 template, and then
it's just if he's standing still and shooting the regular shot bow.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, I actually like
oh no,
because
okay, never mind.
anyway, good aim should probably ignore the moving,
yeah,
the movement.
I
loss.
agree.
He still works just because, and you're gonna have to give him the equipment for the extra ammo. I think if you're taking this guy,
Yeah, and maybe taking the ammo card, however that currently works, it probably reloads him in some way.
Okay.
Reloading
It
that
does.
arrow.
It gives you an ammo.
Can you just
crate
take
so can
equipment,
reload
too?
off of.
Yeah, you can take equipment too. So I mean, he could effectively get 3 shots. Also, it's a 4-turn game, so if you're launching,
Yeah,
that
I mean,
thing
he
twice,
has-
then you're doing pretty well.
he
I
has-
think.
3 ammo for a 4-turn game.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably
Yeah.
plenty.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I feel like you want this enervating shot more.
that butt got my ear pretty good.
The butt.
The other butt. Oh, it's like you got
Yeah.
me there.
Yeah. So that's all of them?
That's
right?
all of them. Yeah.
All right. Whoever's phone's going off.
It's
Not me. I like the bow guys. I think they're
Yeah, they made him work.
They made him
Like,
work. I love the Falconeer guy. Like, he's awesome because it's like requires a little bit of setup, but like he can actually like smoke something off the board if he has the opportunity to set it up correctly. I think that's really cool. Like, and like having rate of fire 3 bow is cool, and they finally made a way to make bows work to a certain degree with the Falcon.
Well, finally, I mean, the game's just come out, but
But I'm talking about through the history of the game. You're like, oh, like you look at Kai or some other ones back in the day, and you're like, this is just jank and
Hey.
terrible.
one arm Oliver Queen with his triple blood kryptonite arrow was
The man.
money.
Yeah, there was someone back in
That
the
money shot
Yeah.
all over Superman's face.
Mm-hmm.
But so the league has a lot of interesting stuff going on. I know. I'm trying to pop Eggers' ears with my butt.
Give me that butt.
Popping it. I think all the assassins don't really change.
Yeah, I mean, they're still good. They're still good list fillers, and then they're like they bring some solid value.
The poison guy is cool.
The endurance 4 is a little rough, or sorry, willpower 4 is a
Did
little
scout
rough.
change? This moment, a move before the first take the lead phase following the movement actions. Okay.
So it's
Look.
the same.
Uh,
But some of the deployments are so different that might be super relevant.
yeah,
Here's the deal.
he's got the bouge.
I would almost buy into League for Lady Shiva alone. Like, woo!
I fully expect it.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but that model is incredible, and she was a part of the Birds of Prey team, so she better be part of Birds of Prey.
Yeah, sadly, she's
Don't
not
do it.
in like a bat box to really force you to have to get into league.
yeah.
They really screwed that
I
up.
could just
You
pick
probably
her
just
up just
pick her
to
up.
have her.
Yeah, and maybe that's intentional.
Hey,
No,
she's
I mean, if it was
amazing.
intentional, then she would be in a bat box.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
That's how we know it would have been intentional.
Yeah. Is it possible they don't know it's the best model in their range?
I mean, it's not that Roz model.
It's pretty awesome.
Roz is so
God,
extra.
the new whoever's
So-
sculpting these new models. Oh,
Yeah,
you deserve like some whatever you like. We'll send you like a bottle of whiskey. You're doing great.
Yeah,
Keep it up.
They've achieved their final form. It's for sure.
I don't even think we've seen their final form. yet.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's some bold talk.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen come Black Friday?
I'm super excited for when they release the Birds of Prey box. Then,
With Ewan McGregor,
I mean, sure,
I'll split it with you.
okay, you can get you, and I'll get all the lasses.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
She
and then we
sucks
can
in the
have
movie.
like a reveal, and I'll wear a suit like a criminal. That'd be awesome. I will fully suit up for that.
And it will
reveal
fuse
video.
a black mask. to
Do
your
only
face.
We
do
are not doing
only
that.
do only criminals wear suits?
Yes, according to Eggers, and also according to the United States banking system.
Yeah.
And politics.
So I'm lucky because I'll never be a criminal because I don't wear suits.
I think I wore one last time we cast.
It's not possible to be a criminal without a suit.
Oh yeah, did you watch the YouTube?
No.
I snapped a picture of you
Oh, did
while
you
we were
really?
casting, and I popped it in there when we were talking about you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was just like this. I like snapped a picture.
I did not know that.
You looked like a dapper Dan.
Have you caught any nip slips on camera yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've been really lackluster with my camera work. So, they do have a ton of cards. And glossing over some of these would be good. Oh my God, there's a nip slip. God damn it, I didn't notice it at first. I was looking at your face.
Did you text him?
I was looking at your face, and then all of a sudden, 4 seconds later, I was like, "Oh God, nipple!"
Nip slip.
All right, boy wonders, let's calm down. All right, so let's just start with their cards. Their first one is Blood for Blood. It's 2 rep. You can only take 1. Inflict a casualty in melee 6 inches away from any of your suspect
Why do you have
markers.
a picture of you wearing a wig?
I don't remember why. I threw it in there though.
Oh, okay.
Inflict a casualty. Sorry, I'll just restart. So it's a violence. It costs, or you score 2. You only take 1. You score in phase 3. Inflict a casualty in melee 6 inches away from any of your suspect markers with a mono with the assassin trait. So there's a reason to drop suspect markers.
It is somewhat annoying that they, and these are what's posted on the internet, so maybe the cards are not like this, but that they refer to them as suspects instead of
Not
suspect
suspect
markers like
yeah.
they do with everything else. But anyway, continue. This one doesn't seem too hard to get off.
Yeah.
It's
That's
only
what she said too.
Exactly.
Yep.
But she was wrong. It is only a 1. You can only take 1. So
You only take 1. And then it's 2 resources. Center an explosion template on a friendly suspect.
On each one.
Oh,
On
on
each,
each
You
friendly
cause the
suspect.
table to explode.
Yeah.
Shit,
Any model affected by these templates suffer blood stun. Then remove all of that suspects.
Not everything deserves to live.
So
We've been missing
do you
out on
roll
reading
dice
the
or do you
flavor.
just,
Oh, yeah, the flavor
by the
text,
way.
yeah.
do you just straight up suffer a blood stun or do you roll dice?
Any model affected by these templates. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's no dice. If you're under the template, you take a blood stun.
Blood's done.
Whoa.
And if you're large, you only take 1 blood.
But it's still just an explosive template, right?
But if you're small, you take
The same.
a blood stun.
Yep.
Like the rules for explosive templates still say you have to roll.
I don't think so.
No, I
mean, the rules for explosive templates, you have to roll when it's like an attack. But this is
I
an
know
attack,
you're
this is
saying
just a
that,
thing, yeah.
but I'm saying I don't
Yeah.
think so.
That seems weird though, because
If you're under it, you're affected by the explosive template.
Dude,
so
it's
most
fast
weapons,
and, fast and loose. bro.
most weapons have like a requirement to hit. And then you put the explosive template down when you hit with it.
I mean-
this just puts the explosive template down.
Maybe if you're an acrobat, you can dodge it
Maybe.
if you effort.
I don't know.
Well,
Probably
every-
not because it's not a ranged attack. It depends on what the rules for dodge actually read.
This seems pretty awesome.
I think this card is insane. There's a
Yeah.
reason you can only have one in your deck.
I mean, with Talia, it's even grosser
This
if you
card's
can move
great.
the suspect markers around.
Right, 100%. Well, Roz has scheming too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got strategy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
straight now.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean that card, particularly with Talia, it's great. I mean, you're giving up like every single one of your suspect markers on the table to play it,
But you can nuke something.
but you can
Yeah.
do a lot of damage.
Can do quite a bit of damage. Well, potentially.
any model affected by these templates suffers blood stun. So I wonder if you got like one model was under like 3, they'd still only take a blood
It
stun.
doesn't say you're. Okay, you're moving on. Okay. That's good.
Then remove all of the suspects. Yeah, it says remove all of that suspects, but
Maybe it might be 1.
what? No, it
On
clearly says
each friendly suspect.
on each friendly suspect.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so you lose all your suspect markers on the table when
Well,
you
we'll
do this.
see. We'll see how their other cards work.
Sure.
So the next one is you can take 3, score 2. It
Do
is-
not deviate from the plan.
Oofed.
I don't know what character that is.
Heretic?
That's just
That's the rock.
That's the rock.
that's the character I see in my dreams every night.
So what's the gear? What is the gear symbol?
That is the one that I don't remember the name of because it's not protection, it's not violence, and it's not
Menace or no?
whatever they call it, hazard. The hazard symbol. The gear is like, it's control.
Yeah, it's control.
They literally
It says right
says
for that, yeah.
right here in the blue.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, it's control.
Nice. Good work.
So online, they give you it's a control card.
In the BMG builder.
Yep.
Good job, Chris.
Oh yeah, I am in the BNG builder. So this one scores in phase 4. The opponent doesn't reveal any of your friendly suspects this round, as long as you place at least one friendly suspect this round. So you just score 2 points if your opponents aren't removing your suspect markers.
So that could come up. It could not come up. Knowing that League has these cards, we'll see what the others do.
I mean,
And
it's kind of cool because if somebody knows your deck inside now, like they know a general League deck that this card exists, they're
Yeah.
gonna be like spending their time
to reveal.
removing suspect markers
Yeah.
that might not actually matter.
Right.
And then you could play the resource and say,
So what's the
And then the
reason?
resource says for 2, if an enemy model tries to reveal one of your suspect markers, cancel the action.
Which is,
well, if you have
It
2 of these in
depends.
your hand,
sure. If you have 2, it's great.
It depends on also it means that you're protecting your suspect markers for the blast, so they're
Yeah.
coming up to your suspect markers.
or
trying
falconry.
or falconry. Yeah, so suspect markers are important.
Yeah.
So the next one is. Do you want to read the title?
Eradicate the order.
Oh wait, what's the fluff?
Yeah,
of the
guys, read
previous
these,
Oh,
one?
yeah,
read these
yeah,
flows.
sorry.
Read these
God,
flows.
it's just they need it looks like just the small
Your
letters.
actions mean nothing to me.
That was do not deviate from the plan.
That was.
What about blood for blood?
Oh,
I read that one.
he did.
Not everything deserves to live.
Nice.
All right. So then the eradicate the order. It scores 3. You can have 3 of these. So if this card's awesome, I haven't read the text yet. If it's awesome, this is a must take because you can have 3 and it's 3 points.
Those 3 points.
All right. So
it's awesome.
this one scores in phase 4. You have more suspects than your opponent in play.
So this duplicates another card in the general deck.
Yep.
So you can take this and that one, and then you just like now your strategy is to play a large swarm and put down as many suspect markers as you can.
This seems gross, honestly, because
So-
you can spam so many models in League, and if you've got 6 cards in your deck,
Well, it's good because you also can play this makes you want to play the do not deviate from the plan, right? Because now you're like, yeah, and I want to cancel you flipping up my suspect
100%.
markers, regardless of what else I plan to do.
right?
I just want to cancel you from doing it so that I still have more than you.
This seems
I've got
really
6
And there's
cards to
also
score.
Talia being able to pull your opponent's suspect markers to models, so that way maybe they don't have to move to get there.
Right.
So you don't have to use audacity counters to
Right.
get rid
Keep
of
going,
theirs.
keep going.
So for the resource, it costs 0. And an active model or an active model is immune to the smoke effect until the end of the round.
Don't you have something better to do?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
why'd
I
you
can
ask me
definitely
that?
leave you.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fantastic. 0 cost resource, and like if you're playing a spam crew, I think it's really good if you're playing a specific type of crew.
Eggers is our resident smokeophile. So all things smoke make Eggers rock hard. It's fine. It's fine
it's
when
good.
it comes up. It's just there's not that much smoke in the game.
Oh no, I don't care about the smoke. I just a 0 cost resource.
Oh, sure.
And to have 6 cards in your deck where it's more. I think the other ones are only worth 2 points though.
I think
in
that's
the
right.
general, but like you can easily make a super spammy league list that I feel like is actually going to be solid. And having 6 cards in your deck worth 2 and 3 points feels like you can score a lot of points. And with Atalia, you're gonna like try to spam lots of suspect markers.
It's stick to the plan, and it's you must have more suspect markers than your opponent in play, and it's worth 2 points.
Yeah, which I'm kind of thinking this through, and hopefully it's gonna depend on the scenario, but like that might lead to some weird situations where you just camp if you know you have 6 of these, which can be bad.
Where you just camp what?
you just sit back and don't get into
And
a
just
fight.
spam as many counters as you can every single turn.
Sure.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, it's not easy to do, but
Yeah.
like
I mean,
still
your
making
opponent can still engage
forcing
you.
you to come after you.
And the scenario, and like, you
It-
know.
Right, so there's caveats
Yeah.
to it, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general, like, I don't. Hopefully, that doesn't become like a thing.
Yep. So the next one is From the Shadows. This is a violence. You score 2. You can have 3 of them. This is violence. I already got that. So this scores in phase 1.
It's a
you
timed one.
you activate in phase 1. Target an enemy model and mark it as the objective. If the objective model is the first model you remove as a casualty this round, score this card. That's cool.
Okay.
When you know you're going first, right? Like,
When you know you're going first, and maybe you have
and
like
you're putting Roz into a model, you're putting
Roz
Lady
or
Shiva into a
Shiva.
model,
And it's
or
a kill card in League.
that's a good reason to use the resource side of Shiva's card.
yeah.
I mean, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's a good route.
Yeah.
Or you could just, because you can just double up. She can also just score
Just
5
knock it
points
out
from
and just crush
it.
them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like kill cards are going to be
so
great.
this requires you to remove it as a casualty.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Yeah.
So you would have to use
Yeah.
the blood.
Yeah. Yep.
So his resource part of this card costs 2. At the start of a friendly model's activation with the henchman rank, you can use the movement action to place it within 4. Wait, what? You can. Oh,
Yeah.
So you can
basically
place a
just get
model
to
within
teleport.
4 of a friendly suspect, then remove that suspect.
Yeah. So you can just teleport.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Little did he know his fate was sealed with the mark of death.
Yeah. So what I'm noticing is that the resource side of the league cards are super usable. They're like
I'm assuming that considers you actually moving since it says movement.
You use your movement action.
Oh, so like the bows, that'd be good with the bows to actually teleport and then shoot.
Probably. You use your movement action. What do the bows say?
you
can't
would
move?
lose your rate of fire.
Why? You're
Because you
You're
use
using
your
its
movement action.
Well, but it depends on
That's-
whether or not it says you can't use your movement action or if you can't move. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'd have to look into the
You
rules.
can't use your movement. I'm pretty sure because there's something about standing up when you're knocked down. You have to use your movement.
That
action.
says you do use your movement action.
Yeah. So this is in order you can use its movement action to place it within 4 inches of a suspect.
Yeah,
marker.
sure.
So I think as long as you use your movement action, you're losing the rate of fire.
Could be.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
And we went over Lazarus Pit earlier, but flavor text.
Such is the gift of the Lazarus Pit, and such is its curse.
Perfect. So now we have multiple threats. Guess what? It's a threat card or menace or wait. What
Nope,
is
we're
that?
calling it threat, apparently. That's what the hazard is.
All right.
It just depends on whether or not we're looking at a plot card or the rule book, but we're calling it threat right now.
We're calling it threat right now. So it scores 3. You can have 3 in the deck. In phase 3, you can score it. What's the little
Diamond thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's read the
I don't know what
card and
those
see.
symbols mean.
Yeah.
Come on. Less symbols, more words. So to score it, at the start of any of your activations, place up to 6 different numeric counters on friendly suspect markers. One counter per suspect. If a suspect with a counter is revealed, then remove the counter also. At the end of the round, roll 1d6. If the result matches any of the numeric counters into these suspects, score this card.
Wow.
This is a pretty cool one.
I think it's pretty cool.
Weird.
Let's do the resource real quick before we judge it. So one resource, a friendly model within 4 inches of an enemy suspect gains +4 to its basic movement distance during its activation.
That seems cool.
That's pretty big.
That's cool.
It doesn't get rid of the suspect marker. It helps you with that guy with sneak attack, so that way his move is 14 inches. That could be a pretty big deal.
Well, the other one that teleports him to something within 4 also helps.
Yeah, that's
Also,
that's
it's a
true.
friendly model, so Raz or
Yeah.
Lady Shiva or.
I like this one
else.
a bit more because the one that teleports gets rid of the suspect marker. This one doesn't get rid of it. So
It cost me 1 research point to get 4 more inches of threat, which seems really good.
So the more I read through this scoring one, the more I think it's actually really good, right? Because it's you just put these counters out, and then at the end of the round, you roll a d6, and as long as that d6 comes up, whatever is on any of your suspect markers out there, you get to score 3 points.
yeah,
And it's now your opponent has 6 suspect markers that they're trying to pull off the table before you score 3 points.
Right.
So I think this card is actually pretty good as long as you've got a crew that can get 5 to 6 suspect markers down in a reasonable time frame.
It is-
It keeps like when I think about crew building, it's there's 3 cards with if you've got more suspect markers, there's 3 more in the generic deck with more suspect markers.
Yeah.
There's 3 with the multiple threats, which it wants you to have a bunch of.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's almost like what we talked about a long time ago with League being tons of ninjas and stuff, and Batman kind of fighting them and doing
Waves
tons
of
stuff.
ninjas. Yeah.
So which is cool.
Yep.
So this one's kind of cool because, another way you can think about it is if you're putting out these counters on your suspect markers, then your opponent knows that this card is you have to reveal this card. I assume.
Yeah.
to
You
do
play
that.
it. You play it.
Okay. So then,
It's in phase 3. You can
And then
play
yeah.
you play it. Yeah, during execute the plan. So
Yep.
you play it, you put it down, and then
They know you're
you don't
trying to score 3
it
points.
until the
Until
thing
it's-
happens.
yeah.
But as soon as you play it, you roll up to 66 and put those dice out on 6 of your 6 friendly suspect markers.
well, you don't roll the d6 when you put them out there.
You do when you put the card down, you roll your d6s. So you roll up to 6 of them. And then you pick 6 friendly markers and you put the counters out there.
Are
And
you
now
sure
the
it's not
cards
just
out there.
put a counter 1 through 6?
I'm sure. Yeah, it's at
That
the start
seems
of any of
weirder.
your activations, place up to 6 different numeric counters on friendly. Oh,
Yeah, they have to be different.
okay, yeah.
numbers.
So I guess so you can put 1.
Because that'd be
through 6
really
on
weird. What if you rolled 6 sixes and then
there. Sure. So you
have to,
put
like-
yeah.
I win.
So you do. But you're right. You don't roll dice then. You
Yeah.
don't. But at the end of every round, you're going to roll a die, and if that die comes up and matches a number that you still
So-
have in play, then you score.
does this card go away?
No, it doesn't go away until the objective is fulfilled.
But is it in your hand?
No, it's down on the table. It's like the timed ones
Okay.
that you play in like the round one, but you can't score them until the end of the round, like
All
the
right.
one that has Gordon on it or whatever. But this one just stays until the objective is completed. Like loot,
Yeah.
you know how like you put the loot counter out and that card stays out until
Yeah.
the end of the game?
All
Same
right.
kind of thing.
I think I love this card.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
And the resource thing is actually disgusting. Like, as like in a game where you're like, okay, I know what your max threat range is, and I know that I'm safe in this position. This is a card that kind of just changes all of that. So, like Lady Shivya being like 11 inches or 12 inches away, and then you're like, boom, I'm in threat range of you now.
Well, the thing I like
Ew.
is that I'm now getting
It's
a sense
disgustingly
of
good.
you can. There's a couple cards like from the shadows that and Lady Shiva's card and whatever that you can combine with like the kill cards from the generic deck.
Yeah.
and you could just play like a Raz, Lady
Yeah.
Shiva, like hard hitting,
Crushing,
like crush deck,
teleporty, extra
like
threat.
crushing like list. But you could also play like a Talia list with just a literal swarm of ninjas, and then like maybe Lady Shiva or whatever in it. And like Lady Shiva and Talia or Talia and Heretic or whatever are just like cutting fools down. Meanwhile, like it's just a literal wave of ninjas dropping suspect markers and getting like bitch slapped all over the place by
Yeah.
Batman and whatnot. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like I see two like strategies.
Which is
here.
very, like, that's good.
Yeah.
You want to have multiple
Yeah.
ways to play your crew and not just be pigeonholed into playing one specific way.
All right,
sure.
Josh. Flavor text me.
We're on multiple threats.
There
Yep.
will be no reprisal.
Respite.
He screwed it up.
I can't even see. Look how tiny my text is, guys.
He ruined it. I
He
can't do
ruined
it.
it.
I
Yeah,
can't
he
do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's just like
ruined
the
it.
other guys at the beginning.
I think it says. I think it actually says, "I hate all of you."
All right, so the next card is the Fire Rises. This is protection. Score 2. You can only have 1.
This is just a regular card from like.
That is. I think that's it.
Yeah. That's
No,
just-
this is definitely a league
This is a
card.
league
It's got
card.
the
It's
league,
got the league symbol.
Oh yeah,
symbol.
you're right. You're right.
Oh, I see. We got 4 more. Okay, or 3 more.
Oh, you get generic pack with this.
Yes.
Oh my god,
You
that's
can
so
use the
awesome.
generic cards. Yeah.
Yeah, but you get the generic cards in here.
What?
Oh, just in this.
Yes.
Oh
and-
no, this is the builder. My bad.
Yeah.
Never mind.
God, Eggers.
I got really excited for a minute.
Jeez.
So you, it's protection. It's scored in phase 3. Reveal an enemy suspect marker within 6 inches of your boss's score it. Super simple.
Mm-hmm.
Your boss could also just do the revealing, so that's kind of sweet. And then the resources cost 0. Add 3 attack dice to your melee or your melee attack performed by a friendly model with the assassin trait. After resolving the attack, remove that model as a casualty.
If my destiny is to
Oh,
fall,
he failed.
you will fall with me.
I was gonna purposely go.
Does
if
Roz
my
have
destiny
assassin?
is to fail, I will fail with you and just start saying, "Oh,
I
I'm
just
wrong."
felt you. I felt you over there with your failure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. You score it easily.
It's a one cost. Like both things are useful. Like
Yeah.
you put it in your deck,
Yep. So the next one
or
is
not a one cost, a
0 cost.
One
a
card.
one card
card,
shot.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you just put it in.
I think that's cool for like just the assassins, just to like, I'm in a full max effort anyways. I'm sending you in. Just pump out as much as I can.
I'd
and just
100%
go for
take
it.
Calendar Man.
He's not, I don't think he's in the game.
is.
Calendar.
He is
He
an
is.
assassin.
And he's an assassin 5, and he's also in the crew. He
Did they
can take-
update him?
What do you mean?
Is he like a plastic mini?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it
Here
just-
comes Calendar Man.
Calendar Man. And
He has a crit though, right?
what?
No, he has what do you?
He just has
He
assassin.
just says some 5.
Yeah.
He's got-
I
he's
guess,
got-
I mean, Assassin 5 is not what it used to be though. Like you just get like.
You just
You
get a
get that
resource.
yeah,
card
but
back.
it works with this card to give
Yeah.
him 3 additional attack
Yeah,
dice.
sure. I get that.
Yeah.
It's not
he
like
has
you get the
assassin.
5 VPs. Is my point.
No, you
The
don't get
point
the 5.
is that you kill Batman with Calendar Man.
Okay.
Yes.
sure.
Just like in our intro video. That's actually happening in our intro video, by the way. I
Is
don't
it
know if you
really?
saw it,
But
yeah.
he does have
Yeah.
like the crit casualty though, right?
He does.
He does.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the next card is Under Their Noses. It's Threat, which is Menace. Wait, or Threat.
It's threat or menace.
It's threat
depending
or
on
menace,
plot-
depending on what you're
plot
reading.
or rule book.
So you score 2. You can have 3 of them. Scored in phase 3. Place a suspect marker within 4 inches of an enemy suspect marker.
That's
to
a
score
pretty. That's a pretty easy objective to
it.
score.
Pretty easy. So for one resource, during a friendly model's activation, choose a friendly suspect and center and expose the template on it. Oh, hey, another one. Then remove the marker. The template is a smoke cloud.
Oh, Egger's so rock hard!
And all models within it suffer the smoke effect. Roll 1d6, place a numeric counter over the template. At the end of every model's activation, after the current one, reduce the value of the number or of the numeric or number counter by -1.
Oh, I see.
So it
When
goes
the-
away.
Yeah, when the number goes to 0, it's gone.
By the time he works out what happened, it will be too late.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
What? You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super easy to score, and the smoke
Super
is-
easy to score, and
it's
like,
smoke to
oh,
throw down.
guns are a big thing nowadays. Like having smoke just negates that.
That's what you think.
Sure. Yeah. Well, what guns shoot through smoke?
Man-bat sonar. The sonar laser.
He's got the crit casualty on a 2+ with
Yeah.
sonar.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. I like it. What did you read the flavor text?
He did.
I did.
I was laughing and reading.
All right, so the next card is We Cannot Be Defeated. Control. What was that?
I don't know.
What was that, Shakira?
That was the art. Look how many ninjas are there, man. That's awesome.
Ninjas are silent, Eggers.
Nah,
Be
dude,
silent.
not these league ninjas.
Not these league ninjas. They're
They're
aggressive.
going ham.
So it's a control card, 2 VPs. You can only have 2 of them. Scores in phase 3. You have at least 3 friendly suspect markers in play that are within 6 inches of each other.
Okay.
So you're making like little triangle formations with your suspect markers.
Okay.
Then for 2 or for 0 resources, if a friendly model is removed as a casualty, place a suspect marker in contact with it before removing the model. Ignore the minimum range between suspect markers. That resource part's really solid. So if you lose models, you're like, all right, at least I get a suspect marker out of it.
I like it.
It's time to bring out the big guns.
All the ninjas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all of their cards, it looks like.
I am very happy with my league purchase. I'm pretty excited to play some league.
I think their objective cards are super cool and interesting. Actually, so when I learned that Damien could take objective cards from League in Bat Family,
Boo.
it just made it like their cards work really well in so many. Like they even work great in Bat Family. Like taking 6 of those cards.
Sure.
There's so many that you can choose from that are just kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So, and they're super flavorful, and just work really well.
Well, they'll lend to kind of like we described the 2 different kind of league teams, which are definitely flavorful league teams. I worry about them into a matchup like Penguin, where
Sure.
it's going to be really hard to out-objective your opponent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. And Penguin's objective deck might be totally different. It might not be about trying to place the most suspect
Oh,
markers. It
there's
might
no
be
way
something-
that's not going to be what it's about. But
I mean, he can actually place 10, so I assume that.
yeah,
He can. He
can.
has a rule that lets
that's
you
what
place 10.
mob is now.
So he just like always wins that. Like,
Yeah.
But their deck does have a few avenues. That's like one aspect of the deck.
Sure.
that it can.
Sure.
if it outnumbers
I'm just
you,
saying
but
that
yeah.
might be.
Yeah,
I could see a matchup like that being a difficult matchup.
I'm going to guess that Riddler will also be tough in that sort of the scheme marker race. I'm sure that Riddler.
Well, I'm
will be
not
tough.
sure Riddler will care about out scheme markering you as opposed to just making your scheme markers do things and then
Well,
his scheme markers do things.
He probably just will make a ton though by accident or whatever, just because it's like they've got to replicate the idea of throwing down like 9 riddles
Sure.
or whatever. So like I'm just expecting him to accidentally make a bunch of schemes just by sort of whatever's going on. But
Sure.
You also have the models and the might to just delete stuff. So like even if you are like down a couple
doubt.
models or something like that, you always have the ability to just like especially with these threat increasers and like just I actually think that the Falconeer guy is actually really good with how many suspect markers and Talia moving around and all that stuff. I really like Talia in 3E. I haven't got to play yet, but just like based on the suspect markers, and then like the scheming 3 and manipulative, and also the mind control substance has changed because obviously it can't be the same before it was.
Well, I could just give them desensitized.
Which that'd be way better than what it is.
What is it?
So now it's when this model is recruiting the crew, friendly models with the henchman rank cannot have their willpower value reduced by any means. So that's what it used to be as well. And during the recovery phase, they recover automatically from KO.
Yeah,
So they always wake up.
That's nice with your 4 willpower assassins.
Right.
And you can actually, that means you can effort pretty, like, as long as you're not going up against the rest guys, you can effort pretty liberally.
Yeah.
Yeah, as always, the cops will be your nemesis.
So it's
but-
definitely not as strong as it used to be, but just like how she works and the scheming and laying things. And she was never like, I'm going in super hard. She's more of like, I'm going to chill back and like just try to control the game type of person. And if she needed to kind of get in there, she
Can you
would.
imagine like it's Saturday night and in Gotham and you just got a little too drunk at Outlaws and
Have you guys been there or something? What,
you got
what is
pulled
this
over.
reference to there?
You got arrested for public intoxication or whatever, like while you're walking down the street, and you go to the drunk tank, and then like it's like 2 a.m., you know, and you're sort of sobering up, and then they cart in like 3 ninjas, the cops, and you're just sitting next to like 2 assassins and a ninja, and you're just
And like a giant crocodile. And oh, no, he's got runaway. Oh,
All these-
Batwoman got him, though.
all these cops. Anyways,
Damn GCPD.
yeah, just imagine the weird characters that show up
Yeah.
at the drunk tank at like 3 in the morning.
Amazing.
I will say one thing. League is going to look spectacular with all the new models on the table. They're like,
Yeah.
their henchmen look fantastic.
I mean, Knight already had, I thought, like
Solid.
one of the premier model lines in the game, and now they're just like next leveling. it.
Like 4th edition, they're going to be like 4D. Like they're going to be models in the next dimension.
I will say, Night Models needs to try to get a hold of Adepticon and try and get a painting competition
Ooh, that's a good
That'd
idea.
be amazing.
because their models need to be showcased at
Yep,
places
agreed.
like Adepticon.
You guys-
Yeah, now that the
ship-
crystal brush is gone,
Yeah.
they can't just be entered into that. But the models they're making right now could easily be crystal brush.
Yeah.
Was that
100%.
eradicated?
Yeah.
Why?
It's because it's Cool Mini or Not and they're garbage.
What's that?
It's run by Cool Mini or Not and they're trash. So
Oh. Yeah,
Um,
and there was like some weird stuff about like multiple people working on one piece and stuff like that, right?
no, it's just Cool Mini or Not. And Cool Mini or Not just pulled it. Like they got tired of
Dealing
basically
with it.
supporting it. And,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, there's not seeing value.
And they suck. So they're not really.
Okay.
This is basically the
All right.
crux of it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're just terrible. And it was self-serving. It was like a self-serving thing that helped them 10 years ago because
Okay.
Cool Mini or Not used to have all these like specialty like McVeigh Studios.
Yeah.
They used to be this like weird grinder wheelhouse for specialist miniature makers, and then they would put them all under their banner and sell their models, and then sort of profit off other people. But like they screwed over everybody over the course of like the last 15 years. They screwed over everybody in the business that has a name like the McVeighs and stuff. And
So anyone with like painting chops and like that did legit
yeah,
stuff.
and the whole idea of crystal brush is that then they could
Is
essentially
this Timothy McVeigh? Who are we talking
Timothy
about?
McVeigh.
Oh, okay.
Yep. They've after having burned all those bridges, the whole point of the competition is to basically promote these stupid indie models. They don't even do that anymore. Now they just do
Yeah.
Kickstarter board games that are basically
Oh yeah, that's
vaporware.
true. That's true.
So they just, it's been sort of irrelevant for 3 or 4 years now, other than they gave out huge cash prizes. But yeah, and now it's, whatever. That void needs to be filled with.
But yeah,
stuff.
Night Models. I want to see your models in like actual conventions and stuff.
MuseOn Con painting competition.
Yeah, all
That's
models
true.
models can be shown there.
Someone's got to slap.
Send us 10 new Razes and we'll have a painting competition. Boom.
Yeah.
You mean like a speed paint?
You
Like-
want Night Models to send 10 roses to us for a painting
Yeah, for a
competition?
painting competition.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cool. And then we can have a painting competition at MomCon.
Mm-hmm.
There's already gonna be a painting competition.
Yeah, there's a painting competition.
But it's going to be like a
MomCon.
speed one.
Ah,
Okay.
Boom.
You can't have night models you can't have models made by night models as a speed. It doesn't even work.
Hey.
You
I can speed paint minis. That's insulting.
yeah.
Well, I guess you'll be doing a speed painting Roz video.
That's me with the
tubes.
paintbrush.
for the tubes.
I get what you're saying.
And then people can judge.
You don't want to have
Yeah, if you've got Sofia Vergara,
beautiful
you just
models.
take your time. You sort of have a long weekend. You don't
You have
Just-
a long week.
Yeah, you don't just slam that out. That's stupid.
Like at first, I didn't realize what you said, and I my mind just I heard Sophie, and my mind immediately thought of like
Some painter.
Sophia Hagia or like other like
Yeah.
like classical
Yeah.
architectural buildings with just beautiful paintings and whatnot in them, and you're like, yeah, you got to like really appreciate. And I'm like, oh no, that's not what he was talking about at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like that's what I'm talking
I
about.
mean, it is.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
all in the same.
Yeah,
it's all in the same
Same
vein.
context,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Well,
That's fair.
like, share, subscribe, smash that,
Smash the
whatever.
like button.
YouTube.
Support us on Patreon.
Support the Patreon. Hold on, I'm going to get this right. Patreon.com/GCPD_podcast.
It's gonna be
Nailed
tight.
it.
Boom.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I've legit been practicing that all week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we just went
Nice.
over it
You
too.
nailed it.
Yeah, I know.
Nailed it.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm proud of you.
It's gonna be awesome. It's and this release and seeing the league cards in the pack has kind of like rejuvenized me to play the game or re-energized me to play the game. I don't know if rejuvenized is even a
Yeah,
word.
rejuvenized. It works. it plays.
Edit that.
It's like the Don King of Batman.
Come on. But yeah, like just seeing the cards and the models and the packs and how they're gonna work is awesome. Like I don't know if I've still got some concerns of like having like each crew having so many unique cards specifically to their crew will be like super game breaking or not. I don't know. It'll be interesting to tell. But it could just end up being bad matchup for them too if you build in certain ways. But yeah, we'll find out. And the reason I'm saying this is because in the past, everyone knew what the objectives were, and you had like your one unique objective, which wasn't too much of a deviation, and the rest was controlled. But now it's a big deviation in terms of how you score VPs. So.
I think now it'll just be where the player skill comes in with the objectives is just actually knowing what your objectives or what your opponent's objectives could be. And so
sure.
What their
having-
general strategy is.
Yeah, so I think once we play more, we're going to spot it within a turn.
Or once you see their crew.
Like in Malifaux, a lot of times you'll see people placing their I don't even remember what they're called right now, but basically suspect markers.
Yeah.
They'll place them,
I
and
think they're
you'll
scheme markers.
They're
They are
so
scheme
scheme,
markers.
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
They are. So you'll see them placing ski markers, and just by how they're placing them, you can actually determine what strategies or what I'm going to keep using Batman terms, what their objectives were or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that same thing, once we play more Batman, we're going to start seeing
For
it.
sure. There's a significant portion to which this feels like it's probably Batafo.
Yeah, it feels like
But-
it looks like
Yeah.
Batafo.
That's okay.
Yeah,
The models
Malifaux's a great game.
Malifaux's a good game.
So
Well, it's actually better than Malifaux, though, because Malifaux scheme markers, like what you're doing with them, aren't that exciting compared to this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, this is pretty
It has some more dynamic play,
The-
it seems like.
The
Yeah.
crew specific cards feel way more dynamic and great. The generalized ones feel a little boring.
Sure.
But yeah, so like like I think I mentioned it before, like the crew specific cards are awesome and feel fun and feel like immersive, which is awesome.
Well, the other thing, too, that's kind of fun to think about, so we went through their cards, is like, what in the general deck, rather than just saying I'm playing the league deck, what in the general deck is likely to creep into the league deck? And, like, some have some cool synergies, like Disturbance, which is a card I didn't like. Just thinking if I could only play general, which is reveal an enemy suspect marker after revealing it. If you have more suspect markers than your opponent, score this card.
Sure.
But that's something that you'll be doing.
If you're playing
with League.
spammy league, yeah.
So if it plays into your strategy.
and it's a zero
So-
resource.
And the resource is, friendly activation target sewer marker can't be used this round. So it's like situational, but like it's a zero cost resource. So and you have so many assassins flying around
Yeah.
that you could just be like, that's sewer no, and then you get it back. That's sewer no, get it back. That's sewer no, get it back. So it's like there's like weird stuff that you can. I really like the general deck. Not as I wouldn't want to have to play the whole
Not
thing.
as it,
It's
but
a
it
supplement.
feels like it has a lot of pieces that are important to building out decks
Yep.
for crews.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
I felt that way when I built the Joker deck when we played it. Like there were several cards in it that I was like, this really plays along with what I'm doing, and I want this. Like, I'm glad that I have this to be able to put in the deck, So, yeah.
So is that a podcast?
I think so.
Yeah, it's all hour 50.
All right. So,
Shit.
really quick, we're going to do this a little bit more professionally. Like us on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on.
Twitter.
I guess we don't use Twitter.
I'll
Get outta here.
start tweeting. I love Twitter.
But you can follow us on Facebook.
We have a Twitter.
Okay, well, give me the handle and I'll
Okay.
start slapping some stuff around.
Sweet. So, yep, follow us on Twitter now.
Yeah.
And
or Facebook or
Facebook and on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Hit that subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the bell notifications. Bing, bing, bing. Ring that bell notifications bell.
Mm-hmm.
Comment below because we want to see what you guys have to say about what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then also send your pictures to our Facebook account so that way we can get them up on the next YouTube. Also, we're
mini pics or nip slip pics.
Do not,
we're
do not do that. Please don't do that, Josh. Stop it. I don't want to get banned from YouTube.
we're gonna start getting like Schlanesh models sent to us as pictures.
Just like super close-ups of like Killer Croc. And
Oh, there's a God tier model with the nip out,
Rangosh.
the one nip out.
Where he doesn't have one. He's missing
He's
one.
missing
nipple.
one nipple, but that means
But the
it's basically
other nipple is
that
pierced.
the one slipped off.
That's right.
Get cut
So
off.
that was like a literal
It slipped too far.
It's like a pepperoni.
too far.
It's a slip too far.
Yep. Okay, so when I said do this professionally,
This is what you meant.
yeah, this is exactly what I meant. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys.
Also, if you want to support us as well, join the Patreon, and then you can have access to our Discord channel and talk to
Yep.
us there.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Later, guys.